Welcome everybody, Nicholas Natt, and you are watching the Natt Fitness Method.
You crazy mother.
I'm super excited, and I have the chills because it is early Sunday morning, day before my preparation, and I get the opportunity of talking about something that's been a huge passion of mine for almost the last decade, bodybuilding. I have a goal, and starting tomorrow, which I believe is going to be June 18th, 2018, I'm going to be going over a 12-week prep over the next 90 days to really put my body and my mind in the best possible shape to be able to make a run at my pro card. My dad was a professional athlete, he was a basketball player, and for the longest time I chased that dream as well. Mostly, if I'm being transparently, because I believed I was supposed to, but not necessarily because I felt that it was what I wanted to do. Although I wasn't really sure about basketball, I definitely knew that I wanted to pursue and be a professional athlete. The entirety of a man is supposed to devote himself to a cause in order to achieve mastery. And so what I love about that is that, you know, these people day in and day out, behind the scenes, do all of this work just to be able to put themselves in a winning position that you or I end up seeing just for a short period of time. And it's fascinating. I mean, if I could sit there and tell you what it is, I don't know, but I think it's that level of seeing how good someone can actually get at something and actually that achievement or that pursuit of mastery. So, as I mentioned before, I'm going to be going to Vegas. September 13th is the actual day. It's called the Olympia Amateur, and they're going to be handing away pro cards. Now, I've been in my pro card pursuit for quite some time now. And if I'm being honest, I don't think I've really found my stride. I don't think I've really, been in a position where I found the show or the right, essence of being able to put myself on stage and give myself a true winning position. And although I've had great people, I've had unbelievable preparations and done a great job, I still haven't found that thing that's fitting, and very excited, not just because I get the second opportunity to go and actually do that, but because this time I do actually have the platform in place. I'm going to be doing Classic Physique. If you guys aren't really familiar what Classic Physique is, long story short, Arnold Schwarzenegger, who is the pioneer for the sport of bodybuilding, had a certain shape, and during that era there was really a certain shape that was actually called bodybuilding. Now we really push that more towards a classic physique shape, and that's the era, and that's kind of what I'm going to be looking at. So very exciting. Not men's physique, which is what I used to compete in, and not bodybuilding, which is what most people think of when they actually think of bodybuilders and huge size, but the soft middle. When you go and you do a preparation, so many people see a final product. I coach athletes and they end up bringing their friends or their family, supporters, whatever they are, and it's a great thing. It's fantastic that these people are coming and supporting, but they usually see the person all tanned up, they're in peak shape, they're hungry, they're going on stage, and you're sort of seeing this final package, this art piece in its best peak form. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I don't think that people really understand exactly what goes in behind the scenes in a bodybuilding show to get ready. And it doesn't matter if you're doing bikini, figure, women's physique, classic physique, men's physique, bodybuilding, women's bodybuilding, fitness, all of these divisions, athlete must devote himself and herself to an extreme diet. And is it a bias? Absolutely. I think the bodybuilding diet is the hardest diet on the face of the planet. It will challenge you in such a way psychologically and emotionally that it's at the same time going to be very stimulating and very good for your body. It's going to make you extremely hungry. Now, if I'm also talking about the next piece, it's the training. There's a workout, and there's going to the gym and getting on the machine and pushing yourself and doing that and maybe having a precise schedule, and then there's training. And the bodybuilding itself is, the competition is, the show. the training piece, the actual piece that makes you the athlete, is your ability every single day to come into a gym and, for lack of better words, just suck face. It is wholeheartedly and entirely about getting into a zone and just going through the motions. When you're working, you're creating a voluntary response of the sympathetic nervous system. It is really about getting your body into that fight or flight response. So if you see yourself having to almost get hit by a car, or you're running late and your heart rate's running, you're going to take that level to its peak every single workout, and essentially you're going to battle with the internal mechanism in our body, in our mind, that exists to protect us, to push that limit every single day and traumatize the muscle, the soft tissue on our body, just to be able to get your body in a state where it can break down and recover, so that you can come back day in and day out and day in and day out for weeks on weeks on weeks on weeks on weeks on weeks. But this is exciting. I have a team in place to make sure that my body is operating and working the way that it's supposed to, that it's recovering, that my tissue is being opened, and I'm doing my flexibility training and I'm not losing mobility, that my strength is climbing the way it's supposed to. I have coaches in place to make sure that I'm eating the right stuff, to make sure that I'm holding myself accountable emotionally, that I'm not putting in distractions. They're also going to be sitting there making sure that my body fat is dropping, that my muscles are growing. They're going to sit there and look at me with a second and a third and a fourth eye to make sure that, structurally my muscle, my shape looks a certain way and I'm not doing things the wrong way but the right way. I have lifting partners in place who are going to be here when I'm not training with a coach, to sit here and make sure that I'm lifting as much as I possibly can, that I'm training smart, not just coming in picking up heavy weight, but I'm training smart, that I'm maximizing contractions and I'm not giving up. My mother is my spiritual advisor. This woman absolutely pushes me when it comes to connecting in my faith, and I have other people too who just make sure that I'm connecting with the people around me, that I'm wholeheartedly devoted to this cause. And so, all of these people play a vital and essential role in making sure that I just am in a position that I can wholeheartedly devote myself to be committed as I possibly need to give myself the best possible chance at performing well. I mean, obviously I'm going out there to win my class and overall to play it safe, to earn a pro card. But one thing I want to make sure that is well known is, in all sports there has to be a winner and a loser. It means that there's going to be a lot of people going home potentially who aren't going to be happy with the result, and everything, the amount of money spent, it is expensive, the amount of time, the shift in the lifestyle, the amount of consumption, the energy that it takes, all is spent and sacrificed to be able to go and do this. And it's not for a monetary value. There's no money that I will be receiving for turning pro. And in the event that I do go out there and I work hard and I bring my best package, it could still not be enough and I could still end up not going pro. So I want to let that be known that this is not a guaranteed thing. There is an absolute risk that from an outside perspective, I could go all in and come out and have the thing nothing to show for it in terms of what I'm actually going after. So I want to show that piece, because when you're a bodybuilder, you have to, up front or after the end of the show, know that that is potentially the risk you're taking. You're devoting yourself to go out there, put everything on the line in your training and in your nutrition, in the accountability, and push out distractions, and devote that period of a life in a preparation to everything it's going to take of you, just to be able to emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, and physically get yourself in the best possible shape so that you could potentially not win or potentially win. And I think you can't really call yourself a champion. You can't even really classify yourself as going after something or being all in if you're not willing to devote yourself to that. So that's what this is about. I'm so excited. I'm blessed. I am loving the fact that you guys are enjoying this content, getting some good feedback. if you guys want to get a chance to see what it's going to be like in the process. I'm going to be shooting a vlog called Going All In, and you guys can definitely connect with it. It's going to be available on my website as well as on my YouTube platform. You guys can definitely check out those episodes. They're going to be released 1 episode a week. But we also have some other media. You guys can check me out on Instagram, on Facebook. All of that information is going to be looped below. And if you guys have not had the opportunity to connect with me on my newsletter, you can definitely do so by going to my website, which is also looped below at nattfitness.com, and downloading my ebook, Abs, Energy, and Confidence, 4 Keys to Achieving the Holy Trifecta. That will give you not only my ebook, but it will also give you access to the newsletter, and you guys can see also what's going on. So as much as I appreciate and genuinely respect you guys connecting with me, I wholeheartedly want to know what's going on and what is that thing you're going to be going after and pushing yourself outside of the comfort zone this year in 2018. So till next time, my friends, be legendary, go all in, and have an unbelievable week.